versus.
Today's game is France versus Brazil.
Incredibly. Incredibly.
Incredibly, no one was hurt in the accident.
Attachment. Attachment.
A child has strong attachment to its parents.
Aluminum. Aluminum.
The poor man lives on collecting aluminium cans.
Upstairs. Upstairs.
An upstairs room.
Stress. Stress.
To suffer from stress.
Youthful. Youthful.
The old lady has maintained her youthful appearance.
Phone. Phone.
The phone rang and Pat answered it.
Result. Result.
The failure of the company was a direct result of bad management.
Remove. Remove.
Illegally parked vehicles will be removed.
Handicapped. Handicapped.
The local government planned to build a special school for mentally handicapped children.
What? What?
What is your name?
Withdraw. Withdraw.
Government troops were forced to withdraw.
Dictator. Dictator.
The political system makes it unlikely for the president to be a dictator.
Excellent. Excellent.
An excellent meal.
Establish. Establish.
The school has established a successful relationship with the local community.
Hijack. Hijack.
The terrorists hijacked a plane and took the passengers hostage.
Modernize. Modernize.
Exile. Exile.
He returned after 40 years of exile.
Retail. Retail.
Could you tell me the retail prices of these shoes?
River. River.
The River Thames.
Downtown. Downtown.
To go work downtown.
Connect. Connect.
The towns are connected by train and bus services.
Sky. Sky.
He was looking at the birds high up in the sky.
Settle. Settle.
It's time you settled your differences with your father.
Plan. Plan.
Do you have any plans for the summer?
Tragic. Tragic.
The police later told Sam the tragic news of her death.
Socialize. Socialize.
Not everyone enjoys socializing with colleagues.
Vivid. Vivid.
Vivid memories.
Sponsor. Sponsor.
I'm collecting sponsors for next week's charity run.
Consistent. Consistent.
I hope that there would be a consistent improvement of my teacher's health.
Essay. Essay.
An essay on the causes of the First World War.
Perfect. Perfect.
In perfect condition.
Critical. Critical.
The choice of your career path is critical to your future.
Slide. Slide.
The automatic door slid open.
Trunk. Trunk.
He leaned his bicycle against a tree trunk.
Cheap. Cheap.
Personal computers are cheap and getting cheaper.
Receive. Receive.
To receive information, payment, thanks.
Knit. Knit.
Her grandmother is knitting a sweater for her.
Pregnant. Pregnant.
I was pregnant with our third child at the time.
Software. Software.
You can download the software from the internet.
Introduction. Introduction.
The introduction of new manufacturing methods.
Paste. Paste.
Good quality paste is needed for sticking wallpaper to the wall.
Gap. Gap.
Reducing the gap between rich and poor is one of the main challenges.
Course. Course.
To take, do a course in art and design.
Generalize. Generalize.
It's impossible to generalize about children's books.
Participation. Participation.
The public wants more participation in the decision-making.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
In the evening, the rosy clouds were gorgeous.
Journalist. Journalist.
She works as a journalist on the China Daily.
direction, direction, direction.
Tom went off in the direction of home.
Citizen, citizen.
British citizens living in other parts of the European Union.
Obviously, obviously.
Diet and exercise are obviously beneficial to health.
Et, et.
At the corner of the street.
Dignity, dignity.
She accepted the criticism with quiet dignity.
Experimental, experimental.
They are carrying out an experimental study on birds.
Laser, laser.
A laser navigation device.
Giant, giant.
They built a giant statue of the hero who sacrificed his life for the country.
Harsh, harsh.
The punishment was harsh and unfair.
Mislead, mislead.
The fake report has misled the public about nuclear energy.
Sweater, sweater.
He was wearing a chunky red sweater.
Drum, drum.
Tony Cox on drums.
Bubble, bubble.
The father made a lot of soap bubbles to amuse his 2-year-old son.
Friendship, friendship.
They have gradually developed a lasting friendship as they began to know each other better.
Preview, preview.
A special preview of our winter fashion collection.
Adaptive, adaptive.
Students could customize learning plans according to their needs and capabilities in adaptive learning systems.
Swimmer, swimmer.
He retired as a national champion swimmer.
Submissive, submissive. Watchful, watchful.
His mother kept a watchful eye on him.
Finance, finance.
The fund has been used largely to finance schools.
Danger, danger.
Children's lives are in danger every...
Butterfly, butterfly.
Butterflies and moths.
Inhabit, inhabit.
Monkeys have inhabited the island for over 100 years.
Cow, cow.
A herd of dairy cows.
Overnight, overnight.
We had to stay overnight at a remote motel as it was getting darker.
Dean, dean.
Our dean hasn't talked to us about this yet.
National, national.
National and international news.
Commodity, commodity.
The country is heavily dependent on its exports of agricultural commodities.
Reflective, reflective.
The alloy is highly reflective.
Eventuality, eventuality.
Candy, candy.
A candy store.
Funding, funding.
They are still trying to get funding for the research project.
Olympics, Olympics.
Penetration, penetration.
The roof should be sealed to prevent water penetration.
West, west.
Rain is spreading from the west.
Regulate, regulate.
This system can regulate the temperature of the room.
Locker, locker.
There is a spacious locker room near the swimming pool.
Clever, clever.
Clever girl.
Ceremonial, ceremonial.
The Queen was in full ceremonial dress for the opening ceremony.
Biblical, biblical.
Do, do.
Most of the problems were due to human error.
Communicate, communicate.
We only communicate by email.
Absorb, absorb.
The cream is easily absorbed into the skin.
Stony, stony.
Location, location.
Archaeologists are trying to find out the exact geographical location of the ancient palace.
Odor, odor.
The strong odor of garbage terribly bothered the neighbors.
Toss, toss.
We tossed a coin to decide who would go first.
Assign, assign.
The teacher assigned several tasks to the students.
Scandalous, scandalous. Learn, learn.
I learned a lot from my father.
Recyclable, recyclable.